Good everyone, welcome aboard. Joseph James, SchoolOfTrade.com, June 15th, 2010. We're halfway through another huge month here of June. Boy, it's great. We got great weather, lots of football on TV right now, or soccer as we call it here in the U.S. We got my Celtics in the NBA Finals. We're going to bring home a World Championship to Boston this year, guys. It couldn't be a better time of the year, right? Hopefully you guys are having some great weather where you are. Hopefully you're making money along with us every day in our live trade room. Let's take a look at some trades we took today, guys. Now, before we go into everything today, I want to remind you, below the video, there's a link for our blog. Now, guys, if you haven't been to our blog yet, you're really missing out on all the great resources. The blog is absolutely free. Anyone can use it. And I encourage you guys, there are three important things here. The first thing is, in the upper left-hand corner of the blog, I want you guys to click on share or follow. All right, now on my screen, it says share, but on your screen, it will say follow. So click the follow button. That way you can track our blog and you get everything that comes in there. Right? That way you don't miss anything that happens, because last night we had a wonderful ES trade that set up. Of course, we'll take a look at that in a second for you guys. But if you missed it, you don't want to miss these trades, guys. Now, in the upper right-hand corner, right over here, you'll see the search box. Use that search box. Maybe you want to look for more information on crude oil futures, or you want to look for more information on the wave patterns, or the two-step patterns, or different chart types. Use that search box. And then don't forget, in the lower right-hand corner of this, you'll see we have all the pages lined out. Our review section, our quizzes, our sitemap, guys, some trading courses, as well as our notes and our live trade room webinars and tutorials. So, guys, get familiar with the blog, and don't forget, guys, remember to follow or subscribe to our blog. That way you get all the new information every time it comes out. All right, now, we had on that blog last night, we called the nice big winning trade last night. Very easy pattern. This is a two-step pattern. Now, this, of course, was on the blog last night, posted about 9 o'clock Pacific time. It's about midnight Eastern. We came down, we bounced off the low of day, we mark up our swing high, and we broke above that swing high. Entry here long was at 1089.75. Now, we said we're going to take profit at 94s. All right. And of course, again, at 97 half. Okay, so we'll take half off at 94, and we'll take our other half off, right, at 97 half. So we got our targets put, right, stop there below 84 half, just below the low of day. And let's see how that trade worked out. Let's take a look. Now, fast forward, and I just covered, or I just, of course, took off the final portion of this trade, right, not too long ago. All right, guys, so of course, if you were watching this from last night, we took the entry long. Okay, it's the same chart. Took the entry long here, okay, above that 89.75. We then, of course, came up. We take profit here at 94. We'll take half off there. Now that, of course, is 16 ticks up. Okay, that's 4 points times 4 points is 4 ticks per point. That's 16 total ticks. We take 2 off at that 16 for 32 ticks. So we locked up 32 ticks on our first profit, right? That's half off the trade. And then you can see we kept going, and we took profit here at 97 half. Okay, another 2 off there. Okay, and remember, guys, 97 half, 89 half, 97 half would be 8, right? 8 points times 4 ticks per point will be 24. Okay, well, of course, we didn't get all 24. We got 23 of those. Okay, so 23 times 2, right? There's your 46. So we're going to say about 45 ticks there, okay, for our second target. All right, now, total them up here. Carry the 1, borrow the 3. We've got 77 ticks on this trade. Now, of course, take out my calculator here. Hold on one second. Take out my calculator here. We got 77 ticks times 12.50 per tick, right? There's 962 USD. Right, that's a $1,000 winner there, guys, called last night on the blog. 960 USD, guys, on only 4 contracts. Right, so watch the blog. The blog will give you guys lots of great heads up. This is on a 13 range chart. This is like a 10-minute chart, a 15-minute chart. Very slow time frame. Lots of time to get in, lots of time to manage your trades. And of course, this one called late last night on the blog. So make sure you guys are watching that blog. Now, we took a bunch of trades today. So add in, of course, the $1,000 we made last night. We made another $1,000 here in the room today. Today was a challenge. Yesterday was a challenge. But what did we do today? We knew today was going to be a challenging day, so we looked for more confirmation. In fact, what I began to do today was using my fast and my slow momentum indicators, making sure that they both confirm the move. So we'll talk more about that later on in the video. And we, of course, we reviewed all this for you guys live in real time today in our live trade room. We took, 6 total trades, 85 ticks. 2 of those were on the euro, so we made more money because of that, so $943. Now, we took a couple trades yesterday on the S&P. We got the S&P in the mix yesterday. Nothing here in the ES today. We're kind of chopping around at those highs. But we made a bunch of money last night on the S&P, so we're trying to work that market back in for you guys there. Let's keep moving, though. We got 10,000 for the month now, right? Big number there. 10,000 for the month, going into Wacky Wednesday tomorrow and OPEX and Quadruple Witching on Friday. So we've done 1,500 this week, 10,000 for the month, 61,000 here for the entire year, guys. Let's keep moving. What's the most important that happened today? Well, today was another day of OPEX, another day into the week of Quadruple Witching on Friday. So we were automatically going to be concerned. We were pretty much on red alert today. We knew the market was going to be challenging, and we were prepared for it. President Obama was making his rounds on national television today, so that kind of slowed things down a little bit. Gold market, crude market, very slow today. We started with the dollar, and the dollar didn't give us very much excitement here. The dollar's still going sideways. And of course, remember, guys, tomorrow is Wacky Wednesday. So here's my dollar. And you can see on the dollar here, we're still going sideways. We've got double bottoms, double tops here. The big thing is, though, we're following these trend lines right now, and for the most part, right, we've got this wedge pattern here in the dollar where we're trying to find a way to break out of this little spot here, the downside or the upside, to give us some movement here. Okay, so sideways dollar, sideways markets. Now, what do we want to do when we see sideways markets? Slow it down, right? Use a slightly slower time frame. When you see the dollar going flat like this, in a week like we're expecting this week of OPEX and Quadruple Witching, it's time to take out all the stops. We want to look for more confirmation, use a slower time frame system, and of course, really be patient for the perfect patterns to come our way. Now, we took 6 trades today, guys. All 6 of them are winners. They weren't all very big winners, but we definitely had the moves of the market. We just didn't see very much follow through because that's what happens when you don't see much volume. So the first trade of the day, guys, we come up, we bounce off the high of day here on the euro. Of course, the symbol of the euro is 6E if you're using NinjaTrader. We'll come up, we'll hit the previous high, we'll bounce off the high of day, we'll mark up our swing low, and we'll bounce below that swing low. Now, if you guys recall this morning, we had support at 22.91, 22.92. Remember that, guys? We had to wait for that support level to be broken. Once we broke that support level, we then looked for this swing low and took the second re-entry. 10.09 was the time, 89 was the fill, 2 off at 4, move stop to entry, 1 off at 8, trail our stop then, locking in 9 more ticks. That totals 25 ticks. At $12.50 per tick, that's $312.50. So a nice big winner there to get our day started in the Euro futures. We then moved over to the gold. Now, this is another great example of the breaker wave, the two-step wave combo. Okay, now this is a great, very powerful combination trade here, guys. We're going to look for the two-step pattern first, and then the wave pattern second. Now, this can be the breaker, then the wave. It can be the two-step, then the wave, right? But the wave pattern will always be the second entry you take. Now, let's watch how this went here. We had the high of day overhead. We come up, we bounce off the high, we mark up our swing low, we break below that swing low, and there's your two-step pattern short, right? Off the high of day. This is one of the classic patterns. In fact, we took 2 of these today on gold. Here was the first one. 27.4, just before 10:30. We took 2 off at 4, move stop to entry, 1 off at 8, then begin to trail your stop, and we locked in +2, 18 ticks or 180 USD. That was the first move down. Now, where we are here is we're right here. We just came down now, and now we begin to reverse off those lows. What I'm looking for now is to get my trigger line involved below that swing high. Now, I want you guys to see this, right? It's very important for a wave pattern that we get our entry, we get our trigger line below this swing low right there. Okay, so that swing low right there, that's why I'm pointed out right there, guys. I want to get in short right below that and take it to the downside. We got it, 10:30, big sellers, momentum pointing down, but didn't get much follow through here. 27.3 was the fill, 2 off at 4, move the stop to entry, then we get bounced off at +1. That's 2 off at 4, 2 off at 1. That's 10 ticks. So we managed to get, of course, 28 ticks out of these 2 back-to-back winners here. The second move was that combo, right? The two-step into the wave short combo. And of course, we'll talk more about that in training for you guys tomorrow morning. Then back over to the